Anime, anime, anime TV, cha! Hello and welcome to Anime TV. I'm an 8th level Grand Wizard from the land of Azeroth, and today I'll be reviewing Gate. In the first episode of Gate, armies of soldiers, goblins and dragons come through a portal in the centre of Tokyo and begin destroying everything in sight. Surely this is the apocalypse. Except, well, it's not, because as soon as the Japanese self-defense force turn up, the tide of battle starts to change. Apparently dragons don't last long against machine guns. Who knew, right? With the battle over in mere minutes, it is now Japan's turn to head through the gateway. But what Tolkien-inspired kingdom will they find on the other side? Gate is a relatively popular show and scores roughly 8 out of 10 on the internet, but I struggle to see what the fuss is all about. Then again, I won't be too critical with this review, because really, I'm not the best person to be reviewing Gate in the first place. Isekai just isn't my sort of thing. I like the idea of being trapped inside a video game, but when it comes to fantasy worlds of fairies and dragons, I'm just not that interested. Sorry. The animation in Gate is top notch, and I really like the grainy lines of shading that have been added by the artist. The show has a really bizarre sense of humour, and on occasion can be quite funny. I also really like the way the show used Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries. But these are just the high points, and unfortunately they're let down by the show's many shortfalls. Gate's first flaw, without a doubt, has to be its storytelling. Now, I really like the idea of Japan's self-defense force easily overpowering an army straight out of Dungeons and Dragons, but unfortunately that's all over in the first episode. From there, the show really lacks direction, and seems to be more concerned with frolicking around with fairies than any actual plot. Admittedly, the show does build to a semi-decent finale, but that doesn't kick in till deep into the second season. Gate also contains probably one of the worst subplots ever to appear in an anime. At one point, Tuka, the young elf, becomes so traumatised by the death of her own father that she actually convinces herself that the Japanese soldier Atami is her real dad. In the end, they have no choice but to assassinate a giant dragon just to help save her mind. Yep, makes perfect sense. In anime, characters can make or break a show, and well, Gate just has too many characters. In fact, it has 50 reoccurring characters, which is more than 2 new characters every single episode. And well, I think that's massively to the show's detriment. Instead of focusing on a central cast of 4 or 5 characters and making them all great, Gate instead spreads itself really thin. I may like Rory Mercury and think she's a great character, but even she barely appears in the second season. My favourite isekai is probably Hack Roots, but if you want one-sided battles set within the fantasy world, then I would probably recommend anime fan favourite Overlord. With good production values and a unique idea, Gate could have been great. The show may have had a few good battles, but these high points were few and far between, so for that reason I'll be scoring Gate a disappointing 62% on the scoreometer. Anyway, that's the end of my video, thanks for watching. If you like Isekai, then I would recommend checking out Gate. But if Isekai isn't your thing, then perhaps steer clear this time.